Hello everyone and welcome to the Cornish Games Nights. I've been getting a lot of questions to ask what's my OBS settings or what's the best thing for OBS because your videos are pretty good. So I'm going to bring you the lowdown and the know-how, I guess. I'll do the best as I can to do this. I'm not really into these tutorial type things, but for you guys, I could help out. So let's just start off with the stream. Let's have a look at my settings. So my current settings, as you can see, and let's see if we can stretch that out. No, we can't. All right, let's do the best we can. Okay, so my stream, I like to live stream on YouTube because I find going on Twitch nowadays is just it's always empty, so I tend not to go on Twitch that much now, but I'm always hitting the YouTube and YouTube Gaming Live. I get to interact with you guys a lot more, so that's even better. Right, so currently I am my encoder is the NVENC. I'll get all this around to it in a second. I've ticked my 12 because I like to stream and record in 1280 by 720. CBR normal 3500. My presets is high quality on this because I find if I do default, I start playing games and it starts lagging a bit. I will get around to that again. I set my profile to main, levels auto, rest of it I leave. Now my recording is completely different because I'm doing the MVENC H.264. I've unticked the rescale output. I'm on CBR. Now the thing is I've put 30,000 because it doesn't interfere in my live streams nor anything. So that for me is good. I tried doing 40,000 and 50,000 and it started to get a bit lagging gameplay wise. My audio is 192. Let's get to around here. I put mine on 480 Hertz. Everyone normally tends to do it on 41, so I don't know. My microphone is just a usual bullshit wherever you guys like to do. My video output, my basis canvas resolution is 1920 by 1080. My output scale, as you can see, is 1280 by 720. Now I've put this on 16-bit samples. There's not a lot of difference. It's only for the fact that if I go back to my output and go on my streaming, I've set it to high quality. If I set it to something best performance, and then I'll have to change that to 32, and it's still, you're getting a terrible quality. That is the best thing I can show you. I will give all these demos out at the end of the video, like some demos of the gameplay and all that. Current set is 60 frames because I've asked a lot of people who do YouTube and live stream, and they say do 60 frames with 720. It's always the best thing. So I thought, all right, I'll do that. If you think not, please put a comment down and say 1280 by 1920 by 1080, 30 frames is a lot better. It's up to you. I would like to hear your feedback on that. So, okay, my general priority class above normal. I don't want it high or normal because above normal just makes it's kind of gives it a that's okay. We'll take care of that thing. You know, if you need problems, we've got a little help. Alright, so now let's start off with a brand new scene. I'm currently using an MSI Gaming G Series GE626 Quad Apache Pro. My graphics card is NVIDIA GTX 960. My processor is the Intel Core i7. All that shenanigans. So let's start off with the NVIDIA control panel. Right. So I've set everything to high performance NVIDIA processor settings, and for me that works perfect for all my games. My program settings, let's go to, if it's not on the list, all you got to do is go and add, and then browse for the file like there, and then that's that. 64 and 32-bit, doesn't matter what. But when you add that in, you'll get something like this and this. So as you can see, this is under integrated graphics instead of high performance. The reason being is if I set it to high performance and then try and let's get out of that, and then try to do a display capture, it will just be black and it won't work for shit for me, unfortunately. So I tend to have it integrated graphics, and then it works just like this one here. So, that's what I'm currently recording now because, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking record on OBS and then change the settings. Now let's start off with settings here. Now, I'm not going to help you with the stream key. All you need to do is when you start your live stream, you can easily find a stream key. It will just be down below of your ready to record or ready to live stream center where you do all your titles and descriptions on your YouTube. For Twitch, you've got to go on your dashboard, and then it will be stream key right at the end of the list of the dashboard. So if you want more videos on that, just have a look and find how to find stream key, because I ain't gonna fucking do that because I don't want to reveal my shit. So currently I've got that on here. Now this is where people always use X264. For me, I'm using this because it works so perfectly, and I will do the rundown of what it looks like. Well, okay, so I am live, and it's very... Don't be fooled by the pixelation. I only rendered it down to 3,500. I normally render it to roughly 40,000. Alright, so we are right here. Everything looks so simple. If you change to advanced, which would be a lot easier to come through here, all you got to do is go onto your encoder. If you want to use your NVIDIA thing, because it doesn't have no effect on any graphics performance, I find. All my games have been fantastic, so just go on that, click enforce stream code, tick that, tick rescale output. That's how I do it, because people say this and that, but for me, I find it's a lot brilliant and a lot easier. This is my settings, by the way, so if you want to change your settings, have an experiment around. Always go on CBR when you're live streaming. I would normally set my bitrate to 3,500. That is the perfect thing. Key interventions, seconds. Honestly, on this OBS over here, it tells you to do like 4 or something, and I set that to 0, and it works fine. Yeah, it works completely fine. So my ping is 20 ms, download speed 30.44. Now this is what you got to focus on: upload speed. You have to really calculate of how much bitrate you'll need. You don't need really a lot. If you've got something like 9.62. You know, that is fantastic. If you've got anything less than a meg, which I used to have, I'll get around to that in a second, later on in the video. So, yeah, 9.62. I tend to just have 3,500 on the bitrate because we've also got other games and online stuff playing, so don't like my internet getting interfered. Back to high performance. High performance and high quality. If you are struggling and you want more power off your game than anything else, but you don't care about the quality, you click high performance, go onto your videos here and change it to 32-bit. The difference is a bit choppy, well, like pixelaty, but you know, what can you do? So I normally set mine to high quality. I always set things to main on live streams. I don't know why. I think it's ever since Twitch. So that's always been good for me. Recording. Now this is where I'm going to probably fuck up with the thing and people are going to bitch and moan. Right. So NVIDIA, H264. Rescale output on tick. Rate control CBR again. Now, when you record and live stream, it's like having a split thing. You know, you've got your own separate thing. This doesn't interfere any high performance stuff. This is just recording in that bitrate, and I'll give you the little demo of what it looks like now. So this video is being edited to 3500 because I sent this to my friend as an example. Now this is an example with the right side, as you can see me shooting, is 50,000 bit rate, and the left side is 10,000 bit rate. You can see the difference, sort of see the difference in quality. But the picture itself right now, as you're seeing, is being rendered and edited to 3500. Well, I'll show you a quick demo here of how 30,000 is like on the recording. Remember, it does not interfere with your streaming. It hasn't interfered with my streaming, that's for sure. And it doesn't like kick in a load of process, you know, GPU, that's for sure.
Nice.
Did it do damage?
Gay. Gay.
Oh no!
That falling sound is just fantastic.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Up back! He
Jump.
has a massive
There he is!
AK-47.
Going through this file, it's fucking beautiful.
He was where I was. How did I get over this fucking
What happened to me?
Now my audio is 48 hertz. I prefer that end of, you know, I don't like going down a level or so. Microphones normal as always. Now here we go. Business can resolution 1920 by 1080, which is pretty cool. Output scale 1280 by 720, and as I said, I got 60 samples. For me, if I go into 30 frames and then just set everything to 1920 by 1080, it works fine. But I like I said, I prefer the 60 frames than it is to be 1080p. I just find the video is a lot smoother. One more thing, change from FLV to MP4. Be the best thing you ever have, and then make sure you have a file folder there. Now, let's get into the video here. Now, I normally tend to capture just through the desktop capture thing. The game capture is quite fucking confusing. It's annoying because then I have to like change stuff over when I'm live streaming, and it's a pain in the ass. So instead, I use display capture. And then I've got it all here already. You know, job done, easy enough. Because I'm recording twice and I'm live streaming, I'm hitting roughly 6.1, you know, 6.1 on my CPU power. Everything else is nice on the game. Sound quality is fantastic. Brilliant. And normally these things here, when I'm streaming, I like to do like an outro. So right now on the stream, people can hear my video playing. So I'll show you how to do that. Let's remove that. So what you want to do, if you want to make an outro for your live stream, you go to your media source, click that, and then browse your file of your video of choice. It won't play sound when you're on your computer, but it plays sound when it's in the live stream. So I'll do video, intro and outro. Let's do a non-horror, and then okay, and then it will start playing. So you can, for instance, either have a break and have something you've created, and then when you come back, you can just click scene, and it goes straight to your thing. So that's another thing, a trick to show you. I need to thank and shout out to I Am Mr. Bacon for helping me out with that, actually, because he's the one who discovered that. So props to him. So let's get started with the X264. For people who are going to be using this more, set everything to that. Just as always, set the bit rate to 3500. Now set your key interval to 2. I tend to do that when I'm using X264. Higher, yeah, leave it on very fast. If you've got a really, really fast thing and for some reason you can do a lot better on the X264, I'd stick with fast or faster. Mostly faster, really. But that will get you a really nice quality on that. Your recording, let's change this to X264. This is where it gets complicated because I'd probably set it to faster to get the better, less pixelation. The lower it goes, the less pixelated you'll have. If you're going to do the recording, I probably would suggest the 3500 again because this is X264 and it's not NVIDIA. Like I said, the difference is amazing when you see it. When you tell the difference in between those two, yeah, it's incredible. I'll give you a look at what I've done. That's kind of my type of thing here. You know, I've set the text and my overlays up. In order to do your overlay settings, you add image. Okay, browse. Let's just say for an example, let's go on the edits. Let's say for an example, I want to put that on here as something like that. And then whilst I have something in the background, I want display capture. Okay. And then I'll click that and move up and put that there. If your screen becomes something like that, or, you know, you'll get games or capture software like that, which will have that. In order to do that, if you want to try and stretch it the best as you can, all you got to do is hold the shift button and you can move shit around like that. So now we're going to go and do the X264 because the best way I know how to do it is through the original OBS. I like to have two softwares in case one of them's not really working. Alright, so let's go to settings, encoding, X264. Now for all people who have fiber optic like I did and have like nearly 10 megs and you set it to 3500, make sure you do buffer size first of 3500. Don't put it on here because it will go over the limit and hit roughly 3800. So if you put max bitrate to 3000 and then buffer size to 3500, and when you start live streaming, you'll see at the bottom left it will go from it'll be between 3000 to 3500, not even that. As you can see there, it's on that much there. And it's just going to stay around that point between those two. I find that's a lot easier, and if you're willing to go higher, you go higher. But 3500 is the best way for me. To people who have low internet, max bit rate 1000. If you've got less than a meg, that is, to 800. It's going to be the best thing you're going to ever have. Video quality. You're going to have to set it like either that, 1280 by 720, and then set that down to there to get your best quality. But if you're going to edit it, you can at least stretch it to 1280 by 720, but you won't get the best quality. You'll get a good quality enough for people can actually watch. But if you choose to leave it on there, by all means, but you will never get 60 frames per second when you're encoding that much. So you're gonna have to definitely stick to 30 and then put your advanced setting to high in order for everything to look okay. Alright, so that is my tutorial on both softwares. Like I said, if I'm using less than a meg, I'd probably just stick with this, I would advise, because this is too complicated for things like that. This is for more of the high-end computer. I personally think this is more for the high-end computer, and then the other OBS software is more for your low ends. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry if this was a bit muddled up for you guys. If you understood, I'm happy with that. And if you can, please leave a like. I would appreciate that more. And what would be best if you hit the subscribe button and see more of my content. We play all sorts. Mostly I'm going to get back into the horror, Gmod, Left 4 Dead every 2 weeks. We do random mods, which is quite fun. And then I live stream on random days when I feel like I can. Because I did have a schedule, but I kind of broke the schedule of live streams. My uploads are Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Feel free to check out my channel. I've got lots of videos down below, including my Unturned series and then all sorts of other story playthroughs. Right, without further ado, you take care and have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to jump to the Discord and have a chat with me. If you're a YouTuber or a live streamer, come and join the server to put your live streams down so some people can watch it and enjoy your content. Take care all.